Yo, what is good YouTube? Dubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some more breaking news, highlights, notes, and observations from yet another day at Cleveland Browns training camp. Now, it was another slow day in terms of it just being another, walkthrough type of day. However, things are really starting to ramp up, and the pads are coming on sooner than you think, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Also, before we get into the video, smash that like button really quick. Every time we post a Browns video, you guys go really crazy and smash that like button. Do it again. Let's see if we get 200 likes on this video if you want me to continue to cover the Browns all off season long. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be covering the entirety of the offseason, including all free agency, anyone that gets signed, anyone that gets traded, all of training camp preseason, and I'm going to be streaming regular season games all year long. So if you want to watch some Cleveland Brown games with me throughout the season, join the family, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we go live for a game and every time we post a video. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. So now, the number one thing that I want to tell you guys about is this linebacking core is finally healthy. We saw a lot of guys on the field today running individual drills, including Anthony Walker, Sione Takitaki, and Tony Fields II were all on the field. They were all practicing after coming off injuries, and that is great news. They need these three guys to be healthy going into the season, and it looks like they are. We'll see if they continue to ramp up and if they have the pads on it or if they have non-contact jerseys on once we get really into the swing of things in training camp. But right now, it seems very, very good. They've been doing the individual drills, which is something we didn't really know if they were going to be ready for the start of training camp, but they are here, and it looks like they're fully ready to go. Now, another thing I want to cover is the rumors about Deshaun Watson becoming a leader are all pointing in the right direction. They are telling, the reporters and the wide receivers are really excited because Deshaun Watson is doing whatever it takes to become a leader on this team. And I'm talking about he's hanging out with all the players. He's conversating with them on the sidelines. It's not just him by himself. He's really, really trying to make an impact on this team as a leader. And so far, so good. He's been doing that, and the players have been raving about his IQ, his awareness, and just his overall focus to the start of this training camp. As we all know, he missed the entirety of last year's training camp due to a suspension. He also missed the first half of the season, but he is here and he's ready to go. Another thing I want to touch upon is Nick Chubb here. Nick Chubb has been in the media or talking to reporters about, hey, the running backs need to get paid. We're one of the most, prime positions in the NFL. We run the most, we get hit the most, and we have a big impact on the game. They need to pay him, and that's what they're talking about. He was talking about, all these guys, Austin Eckler and Dalvin Cook, and all of these guys, Josh Jacobs, and all the guys in the NFL right now who aren't getting paid at the running back position deserve to get paid. So he was talking a little bit about that. And then the last thing I want to talk about, the last takeaway, is how good this wide receiver room really is. I mean, real quickly, you look at the depth chart. You got Amari Cooper, who did tweak a little bit of his hamstring, I believe it was. Looks to be day-to-day, nothing too serious, but hopefully that improves over the next couple of days. But you also got Donovan Peoples-Jones, who's been looking amazing throughout the first couple of days of training camp. You also have Elijah Moore, who is constantly building rapport with Deshaun Watson. I think Elijah Moore is someone they're going to use all over the offense, in the backfield, and the slot, out on the outside. I think he's going to be used everywhere in terms of, in the offense, and I'm excited for what he can bring to this team next season. But you also have Cedric Tillman, the third-round pick this season. You also have Marquise Goodwin, who is suffering from blood clots, but everybody, and I mean everybody on the team is, infatuated with Marquise Goodwin, his toughness, his IQ, and his overall ability on the football field. Hopefully he gets back sooner rather than later, but I'm telling you right now, I do expect Marquise Goodwin to make the team if he's healthy, because everyone loves him. I mean, everybody. Another guy is, Jakeem Grant, another speedy guy. I think he missed yesterday's practice, maybe today's practice as well. We also have Anthony Schwartz, who he might get cut, to be completely honest. I think he was a former second or third round pick, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a guy who could get cut. I mean, he hasn't really been practicing, hasn't been doing too much, so we'll see what happens with him. You also have David Bell, third round pick. Jalen Darden. You got, Austin Watkins, who they signed. Michael Woods, who's on the NFI list. You got Dalen Baldwin, Mike Hartley. They have so many guys, and I do fully expect them to potentially even keep 7 or maybe not 8, but they're probably going to keep 6 or 7 of these guys on the roster when it comes down to the cut. So let me know in the comment section down below, who do you expect the Browns to keep? Who do you expect the Browns to cut? And I do believe that, the pads will be coming on very, very, very soon, which is going to be very exciting. I don't know who's going to look to break out, but this team looks very good. And I know Browns fans always say, oh, we always look good and then it turns bad. Well, this team has the talent, has, the focus, has the quarterback, a top 5 potential quarterback. I don't think they've had that before in terms of a top 5 quarterback. I mean, there's been guys who just underperformed. I think Deshaun Watson is probably the best quarterback they've had in a very long time, and he is focused. He is ready to go. He is building chemistry with everybody on the team, and that is only a good sign. And we also saw that, they're in Greenbrier, which is a place where there's nothing there. It's in the middle of nowhere, and the reason for that is because Kevin Stefanski wants his team to focus. They want to bond. They need to just focus up on, the goal of winning a Super Bowl. And that's what they're doing. They're taking things slow. They're taking their time, but they're also making sure that everyone's focused. They're not going out and having a drinking or doing stupid shit. They're in the hotel. They're bonding. They're doing fun stuff together. And that's, I think, very important when it comes to building a football team. But overall, this roster looks absolutely incredible. And I think they're going to continue to prove that over the next couple of weeks, especially once the pads come on. I think it's going to be, very fun just to watch, sit back and watch. And don't worry, I will be covering it all. I'm going to be posting videos with it all. So make sure you guys are here. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below if you're new to the channel, and also comment down below who do you think is someone that can break out next season for the Cleveland Browns. For me, I think it's going to be Elijah Moore. I think Elijah Moore is going to have one hell of a year. You also have a couple of good tight ends in there. Jerome Ford could break out. We'll see what happens, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Join the family. Turn on post notifications so you'll be notified every time we go live for a game, every time we post a video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.